Someone's always watching me. Someone's always there. When I'm sleeping, he just waits and he stares.
Hello guys, we are going to talk about the Russian sleep experiment, an event which happened in the 1940s. So let's start.
The story takes place at a facility in the Soviet Union in the 1940s. In a military-sanctioned scientific experiment, a group of researchers put 5 political prisoners in a sealed gas chamber where an airborne stimulant is continually administered with the intent of keeping the 5 subjects awake for 15 days. The prisoners are promised freedom if they complete this experiment. The subjects behave normally during the initial days, talking to each other and whispering to researchers through the one-way glass. Their conversation takes a darker side. But after 5 days, they start to complain about circumstances and start to demonstrate severe paranoia.
Jump now! Jump in front of the car! Go on! Do it! No, don't!
After 9 days, one of the subjects starts screaming uncontrollably, tearing his vocal cords, and instead produces sounds like squeaks. The other prevent the researchers from looking inside by passing torn book pages and pieces the porthole windows and one-way mirrors. A few days pass without the researchers being able to look inside, during which chamber is completely silent. Researchers use the intercom to test if the subjects are still alive and get short response of a subject expressing confidence. After 12 days, the researchers come and instruct the subjects to do as they say, that they will either go free or get shot. To the researchers' surprise, one of the subjects states, "We no longer want to be free." On the 15th day, the researchers decide to turn off the stimulating gas and reopen the chamber. Upon looking inside, they discovered that the 4 surviving subjects have performed lethal and severe mutilation and disembowelment of themselves during the past days, including tearing off flesh and muscles, removing multiple abdominal internal organs, practicing self-cannibalism, and allowing 4 inches of blood and water to accumulate on the floor. The subjects also violently refused to leave the chamber and begged the scientists to continue administering the stimulant, murdering 1 soldier and severely injuring another one, attempting to remove them. After eventually being removed from the chamber, all subjects are shown to exhibit extreme strength, unprecedented resistance to drugs and sedatives, superhuman abilities to remain alive despite lethal injuries, and a desperate desire to remain awake and being given the stimulant. It is also found that any one of the subjects who falls asleep also dies instantly.
After being treated for their injuries, the surviving 3 subjects are being prepared to return to the gas chamber with the stimulant, with EEG monitors showing short recurring moments of brain death. Before the chamber is sealed, one of the subjects falls asleep and dies. And one researcher draws a gun and kills another subject. With only one surviving subject, the researcher asks what he is, to which the subject identifies himself as an inner evil, as a wild animal inside the human mind that is kept in check by the act of sleeping. The researcher soon shoots him dead. The last subject says this as his last words. So, nearly free.
When I'm sleeping, he just waits and he stares. Someone's always standing in the darkest corner of my room. He's tall and